Section: Introduction. In this section, we discuss the rise of vision-enabled large language models, VLMs, that have enhanced generative and reasoning abilities, leading to the development of autonomous multimodal agents. These agents can handle complex tasks in different settings, from online platforms to the physical world. Moving from chatbots to autonomous agents brings new opportunities for improving productivity and accessibility across various fields. However, this shift also brings new security challenges that require careful examination and resolution. Attacking autonomous agents presents more significant hurdles compared to traditional attacks on image classifiers and jailbreaking attacks on LLMs. Imagine a scenario where a shopping agent buys items for a user based on instructions like, add the planter with the most plants to cart. If a seller wants to manipulate the agent's behavior, they can only modify their product listings without affecting other items on the site. To make their attack subtle, they might alter the product image instead of its description. Additionally, their understanding of the environment is limited, as the product can appear anywhere on the web page. Therefore, the attack needs to focus on a broader goal, e.g., agent should believe that my product has the most capacity, rather than a specific model output, e.g., click button equals 52. In our study, we demonstrate how attackers can influence the behavior of multimodal agents using just one trigger image in the environment. We identify two types of adversarial manipulation: illusioning, which deceives the agent about its state, and goal misdirection, which steers the agent towards a different goal than the user's original intention. By employing adversarial text strings, we conduct successful attacks that guide optimization over a single trigger image in the environment. Our attacks reveal vulnerabilities in existing multimodal agents. For instance, we exploit the combination of VLMs with whitebox captioners to manipulate agent behavior. Additionally, we show that targeting a set of clip models can effectively manipulate VLMs like GPT-4v and LLaVA. We evaluate these attacks using Visual Web Arena ADVA, a set of adversarial tasks based on Visual Web Arena, VWA, a benchmark for multimodal autonomous agents in realistic web-based environments. Furthermore, we analyze factors influencing the success of these attacks and offer insights for future exploration in both attack strategies and defense mechanisms. The robustness of LLM-based applications is crucial as these models are increasingly deployed in real-world scenarios. Previous works have highlighted concerns about the safety and security of deploying LLM-based agents, especially when built upon black box VLMs. Adversarial attacks remain a significant challenge, even with limited access to the system. Section Summary. In this section, we explore the emergence of vision-enabled large language models, VLMs, in building autonomous multimodal agents capable of complex tasks across different environments. The transition to autonomous agents presents new opportunities for productivity and accessibility but also introduces security risks that need careful consideration. We demonstrate how attackers can manipulate multimodal agents using adversarial text strings and trigger images, showcasing vulnerabilities in existing systems and providing insights for future defenses in realistic web-based environments. Section: Setup. In this section, we focus on multimodal agents, which are more realistic for deployment due to the world's multimodal nature. These agents are currently the state-of-the-art on web agent benchmarks. Our VLM-based multimodal agent is similar to the baseline and interacts with an environment to achieve a user goal specified in natural language. Each user goal is linked to a reward function that the agent aims to maximize. The agent receives inputs at each time step, including text and visual data like the user goal, current and previous screenshots, previous actions, and structured text representation of the state. These representations are aligned to the screenshot to provide grounding information. The VLM then generates its reasoning in natural language and decides on the next action to take based on the input. System prompts and in-context examples are given to guide the VLM's output format. To handle the complex visual inputs in the agent setting, compound systems with external captioners have been developed. These systems augment the VLM's input with captions for each image in the screenshot. Captions are generated by a smaller model and are passed to the VLM alongside the screenshot. We confirm that this caption augmentation enhances the system's performance. Our objective is to launch targeted attacks on agents to alter their behavior towards a specific adversarial goal. This adversarial goal aims to maximize a different reward function than the original user goal. We need the attack to persist across the VLM's reasoning and grounding to the environment. We introduce two types of adversarial goals: illusioning, which aims to deceive the agent about its state, and goal misdirection, which aims to divert the agent from its original goal. In real-world scenarios, attackers may only have access to a portion of the environment and can only apply bounded perturbations to a trigger image within a specific limit for imperceptibility. Our attack methods involve producing perturbations to the trigger image to achieve various adversarial goals. The clip attack requires transferability to black box VLMs, while the captioner attack is white box. The captioner attack exploits the captions generated by a smaller model to guide perturbations on the trigger image. On the other hand, the clip attack manipulates the image embedding to be close to an adversarial text description and far from a negative text description within a bounded region. We optimize the perturbations using different strategies for these two attacks to achieve the desired adversarial goals. Section Summary. In this section, we focus on multimodal agents, particularly VLM-based ones, which interact with environments to achieve user goals specified in natural language. These agents receive inputs of text and visual data aligned with screenshots to guide their reasoning and actions. We also discuss attack methods that involve perturbing trigger images using text strings to achieve adversarial goals, such as illusioning and goal misdirection, with the aim of changing the agent's behavior towards a targeted adversarial objective. Section: Experiments. In this section, we conducted experiments using the Visual Web Arena (VWA) benchmark, which includes environments like classifieds, Reddit, and shopping to evaluate multimodal agents. We created 200 realistic adversarial tasks called VWA Adva based on VWA. Each task includes an original user goal, a trigger image, an adversarial goal with its evaluation, and an initial state. We selected original tasks from VWA and modified the user goal if needed for the adversarial goal. A trigger image was chosen from those seen by the best performing agent. Adversarial goals were created using templates, ensuring different success criteria from the original user goal. The evaluation function was annotated using defined primitives. The initial state was set as the web page where the trigger image was found. We defined benign success rate, benign SR, for success on the user goal and attack success rate, ASR, for success on the adversarial goal. The best agent achieved a 17% benign SR due to the difficulty of VWA. To evaluate the agents, we used state-of-the-art multimodal agents on the VWA benchmark. The visual input to the VLM included the current screenshot with set of marks, SOM, while the text input comprised the user goal, previous action, and SOM representation of the screenshot. The SOM contained element IDs and their text content or captions. We employed the LLAVA model as the captioner. The VLM's output was its reasoning followed by an action. We evaluated agents using 4 VLMs: GPT-4V, GEMINI 1.5 Pro, Claude 3 Opus, and GPT-4o. The VLM plus captioner agent used an external captioner, enhancing attack possibilities. Removing the captioner resulted in a VLM agent with lower performance but increased resilience to attacks. Our captioner attack successfully manipulated agents to achieve adversarial goals, with ASR close to benign SR for various VLMs. The attack could induce goal misdirection behavior effectively. Additionally, the clip attack aimed to deceive VLMs visually without captions, achieving a notable ASR on illusioning tasks. The repeatability of attacks was confirmed by testing their success across different user goals in the same initial state. Section Summary. In this section, we implemented attacks using the Visual Web Arena (VWA) benchmark to evaluate multimodal agents across classifieds, Reddit, and shopping environments. We curated 200 realistic adversarial tasks in VWA Adva, each comprising an original user goal, trigger image, adversarial goal, and initial state, with a focus on distinguishing benign success rate, benign SR, from attack success rate, ASR. By evaluating state-of-the-art multimodal agents like VLM plus Captioner and GPT-4v, we observed the effectiveness of Captioner attacks in manipulating agents towards adversarial targets, achieving high ASR close to benign SR, especially in inducing goal misdirection behavior. Additionally, the clip attack demonstrated success in breaking visual perception of VLMs without captions, challenging targeted adversarial goals. Section: Understanding the role of captions. In this section, we examine the importance of captions in our attacks. Captions are crucial for the success of our strongest attacks, such as the Captioner attack. They can also lead to dangerous attacks by misdirecting the agent's goals. We investigate why captions make the agent so susceptible to attacks. When captions are removed, the performance of VLM agents drops significantly. For example, on benign inputs, VLM agents with captioners perform much better than those without captions. On tasks using GPT-4v, the accuracy decreases from 82% to 60% without the captioner. This demonstrates the significant impact captions have on enhancing agent performance. Despite being able to identify inconsistencies in images, VLMs heavily rely on captions. When we conduct the captioner attack, we use the same captioner as in practice, e.g., LLAVA, and observe how the VLM interprets the image. Surprisingly, GPT-4v generates accurate captions in 95% of cases and never produces the adversarial caption when presented with manipulated images. This indicates that the VLM is resilient to perturbed images. However, when we provide the adversarial caption alongside the image, the VLM is almost entirely compromised by our captioner attacks. This highlights the VLM's strong bias towards textual information, even when there are discrepancies between visual and textual inputs. We then consider the idea of generating self-captions. Despite the captioner attack not affecting the VLM's visual perception, we explore a defense strategy where captions are generated by the VLM itself instead of an external source. This approach, known as VLM plus self-caption, shows promising results in defending against attacks. However, our clip attack successfully manipulates self-caption agents. While self-captions improve benign accuracy compared to no captions, they also increase vulnerability to attacks. Captions, whether from external sources or self-generated, enhance performance under normal conditions but also heighten susceptibility to adversarial attacks. Our captioner attack is particularly effective due to the transparent nature of the captioning models used. Self-caption agents are more challenging to attack due to limited access, but our clip attack still achieves moderate success, with a 43% success rate on GPT-4v. Section Summary. In this section, we delve into the significance of captions in influencing the vulnerability of agents, particularly in the context of captioner attacks. We observe that VLM agents heavily rely on captions, even when they could detect inconsistencies with the image, showcasing their susceptibility to textual information. Additionally, we explore the effectiveness of self-captions as a defense mechanism, noting that while they provide a strong defense against captioner attacks, they are still susceptible to manipulation by clip attacks. Section: Implications for future attacks and defenses. In this section, we identified two main weaknesses in current multimodal agents and developed effective strategies to exploit them. Our findings reveal a concerning pattern. Changes that improve the agent's normal performance also enhance the accuracy of attacks against them. Therefore, it is crucial to focus on enhancing agents without making them more vulnerable. From our experiments, we derived 3 key principles for enhancing defenses. 1. Consistency checks between components. We found that while it's easier to attack individual components, it's much harder to compromise multiple separate components at the same time. Therefore, a useful defense strategy is to incorporate consistency checks between different components to detect attacks on individual parts. This is especially important when certain components, like captioners, have a significant impact on the overall system. However, implementing consistency checks may come with added costs and increased processing time. Future research should strive to strike a balance between security and these additional expenses. 2. Instruction hierarchy. Attacks succeed in scenarios where goals are manipulated because captioners can be manipulated to generate misleading instructions, and language models tend to prioritize following instructions, regardless of their position in the input. Addressing this issue is crucial due to the growing concern about language models being vulnerable to prompt manipulations. Recent studies have tackled this by assigning different importance levels to various instruction types. Our results suggest that outputs from vulnerable components should be given lower priority, as they are more susceptible to manipulation. 3. Benchmarking attack performance alongside normal performance. While our current attacks serve as a solid foundation, the introduction of new components in agent systems could lead to more potent attacks. To monitor the security of agents as the field progresses, we have shared our carefully crafted adversarial tasks to assess how resilient agents are to attacks.